Are you looking for the best smartwatches? In this video we will look at some of the 5 best smartwatches on the market. Before we get started with our video, we have included links in the description. So make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Starting at number 1, TickTalk 4. The look of the TickTalk 4 can be described in one word: rugged. It's a chunky watch that feels solid when you hold it, and I was never afraid it would get broken like some of its more delicate competition. My son put this watch through the ringer, and it came away without so much as a scratch. It's waterproof, so it definitely saw the inside of a pool and a couple of rain showers to boot. He loved the design and thought it looked tough. And unlike the other smartwatches we tested, the TickTalk charger is a base, so he was able to set it up like a display in his room, which he thought was awesome. Like its competitor brands, the TickTalk 4 has voice calling, via Wi-Fi or cell network, talk-to-text and preset text messaging capabilities, a good camera, GPS tracking, and a fitness tracker. It also has video calling and free streaming music from iHeartRadio. Family technical specs. The watch works with AT&T and Verizon services, but if you don't want to muck around adding another line to your cell plan for your kid's smartwatch, then TickTalk 4 is definitely one to consider. Your purchase includes a SIM kit that provides US users with a no-contract $10 per month plan through Red Pocket. Battery lasts 100 hours on standby. Number 2, Xplora X5 Play. The Xplora X5 Play is chock full of fun features, but the standout is the GPS and activity tracking it offers. While the X5 Play can make texts and calls, take photos, track fitness, and provide fun diversions, the GPS function will put many grown-ups' minds at ease. Parents can establish safe zones for their kids' school, grandma's house, the soccer practice field, and when the watch detects the child leaving the borders of the safe zone, the parent gets an app notification. We set the borders of my son's school as the safe zone, and as soon as we drove away after pickup, my phone dinged with a notification that he'd left the area. My son loves this watch because it is cool looking and includes various games and activities. The Xplora rewards movement, combining active play and movement with fun games and activities to keep kids off the couch and on their feet. Technical specs. The Xplora X5 uses an Android operating system and has stellar battery life, only needing a charge once every couple of days. According to Xplora, it lasts for 72 standby time or 5 hours of continuous call time. It connects to Wi-Fi, but, and this might be big for some folks, it's not compatible with Verizon, US Mobile, or Sprint. Instead, the company recommends T-Mobile cell service and a SIM card, not included, for smooth setup and operation. Number 3, Fitbit Ace 3 Activity Tracker. This device is fantastic if your kid, like mine, has always begged to wear your Fitbit so they can count their steps. It does not connect to cell service, so don't expect call and text functionality, but it functions great as an activity tracker. As it tracks sleep, steps, and activity, the Fitbit Ace 3 provides a fun platform with an animated clock face. It also encourages kids to earn badges and compete with parent-approved connections in fitness challenges. Best of all, parents and caregivers can see these stats too, so if you're worried that your child isn't getting enough sleep after lights out, it's all right there in the app. By the end of the first day with this watch, my 9-year-old was out running laps around the yard to get his step count up to try to beat my steps for the day. He totally did end up beating me. I'm not ashamed. Technical specs. My son wore this Fitbit for 4 days for testing purposes, and the battery only needed to be charged once during that time. The company claims the battery can last 8 days without using the animated face. It's waterproof up to 50 meters. The Ace 3 connects wirelessly to Android and iOS devices and is recommended for ages 6 and up. Number 4, Garmin Vívofit Jr 3. The Garmin Vívofit Jr 3 isn't just your average fitness tracker, it's like a fun social studies/P.E. class hybrid right on your kid's wrist. When they reach daily activity goals, kids can unlock games and activities that teach them about the world around them and allow them to have adventures across the globe. My son thought being able to explore famous places was the best part about this watch, and he lost himself in learning about the pyramids of Egypt. The Vívofit also allows parents to schedule reminders for chores and other tasks from their own phone. My son was not thrilled to look down at his wrist only to find out that it was time to unload the dishwasher. But, hey, at least I didn't have to tell him 5 times that he had work to do. Technical specs. Let me tell you, this battery, it lasts for up to a year. Yes, 1 year. No chargers to misplace, no cords to tangle, no running out of juice in the middle of something. The Vívofit Jr 3 uses a replaceable battery, just like every single watch in the entire universe used to, and I tell you what, it feels revolutionary at this point in my cord chaos life. This activity tracker does not have messaging capability and connects to the parent's phone, Android or iOS, via Bluetooth. Number 5. Apple Watch Say. You knew it was going to be on the list. The Apple Watch Say has every single feature you can possibly imagine. With family setup, parents can check their kids' location, set up personalized activity goals, and set school time hours when the watch's functionality is limited. This Apple Watch has a walkie-talkie function, which I thought would be really annoying, but I actually kind of loved it. With the push of a button, we could talk from across the yard without having to worry about placing a call. Time to come in for dinner, walkie-talkie. Need to walk the dog, walkie-talkie. Just want to drop a quick I love you, walkie-talkie. It's super convenient. The setup is straightforward and simple. The battery life is awesome, and the watch is sleek and has a very low profile. I have one caveat, though. If you're not an iPhone user, tread lightly. We were sent 2 watches and an iPhone from Apple to facilitate testing, and I have always been an Android user. I went into it with an open mind, ready to love everything about the watches, which I did, and the phone, which I did not. We only tested for 4 days, which doesn't feel like enough time to really get used to an entirely new way of doing phone things, so we're going to give it another shot because, honestly, those watches are amazing. Technical specs. There are 2 versions of Apple Watch Say, one with GPS only, which allows messaging and calls when paired with a nearby phone, and one with GPS and LTE cellular, which works independently through Verizon, AT&T, and T-Mobile/Sprint services. It is water resistant up to 50 meters and has a 32G capacity. The battery lasts for 18 hours of usage time.